Hey, what's going on? It's your boy KQKC Boxing Channel, and I hope everybody having a good evening. And also, let's get a shout out to the LDBC, great group of guys. And also, I am a new channel. I'm a new decorative channel that's trying to make his bones in this YouTube world. Now, if you'd like to donate to keep this channel going and to a special cause that's near and dear to me, you will find the link in my description box. And also you will find my email address and also my Twitter account. Now, let's get down to the boxing business. And hit that like button also while you're at it. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, first of all, did not want these two to meet, for the simple fact because he knows what will happen. Oscar De La Hoya sent a email out pretty much to the Charlos, everybody, talking about PBC. Now, we all recall that he tried to sue Premier Boxing Champions, pretty much Al Heyman, the black owner and inventor and trendsetter for all these so-called promotion companies. He brought boxing back to free TV. So, therefore, Oscar De La Hoya goes on to say he's tired, and I quote and I motherfucking unquote, he's tired of the PBC fighters cherry picking for a quick buck, but they won't think of their legacy. You know what? He's right. Yeah, he's right. Now, I have to say that he is correct. No matter how he thought about it, or who whispered in his ear when he was in bed with him, with that, his roommate, as we always say. And he's right. But that's calling the kettle black. That's right. See, first of all, he's not thinking of his legacy, because he fucked up his legacy by doing drugs and having sex with men, allegedly. He has one fighter who tested positive for PEDs, not once, but twice. Then he runs over to the zone where you have B-level fighters and set up a contract with Canelo Alvarez. So if you want to fight Charlo have to come over to the zone, which would never happen, because he knows what Canelo would do. He would lose. That's why. Oscar De La Hoya been a thorn in everybody's ass for years. Richard Schaefer, he ran Golden Boy. Richard Schaefer was Golden Boy. That's why Floyd Mayweather came out and said what he said. You know, Richard Schaefer is Golden Boy. Richard Schaefer is a good man. Oscar De La Hoya is a jealous, very jealous-hearted, thin-skinned, in the closet homosexual, allegedly. So, therefore, he's gonna do what he can, since he lost a whatever $million-something lawsuit against a black man. So, and all his fighters left Golden Boy and went over to PBC. Why? Because PBC pays you what you're worth. If you ever look at Al Heyman advisory contract, he looks out for his fighters. Hey, check it out. Don't take my word for it. So, gay ass, allegedly, Oscar De La Hoya, since he lost the lawsuit, he had the nerve to say both Charlos, or actually all the fighters for PBC are cherry picking. How can they cherry pick when fighters like yours run and they don't have nobody to fight because they're too scared to face them? Fighters like Tony Harris, great fighter, no disrespect, great fighter, but at least he stepped up to the plate. Now, if it's for money or for others, it doesn't matter. He stepped up. What would your fighter do? Rocky Fielding? Yeah, right. And guess what? Everybody that's got an inch of Spanish in them gonna think that's a wow, great fight. Just like Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre should take that belt and wipe his ass with it. Oh, great performance. No, it wasn't. No, he wasn't. If Walter, I don't know, I can't pronounce his last name, so I apologize. But if Walter was more stable, more refined, more fundamentals in his bag, he would have beat the shit out of Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre had the same old from the amateurs. He hasn't learned anything different. He still do the 1-2. He's a southpaw, so of course he's gonna jab with his right. Then he gonna come down the middle with his left and come up with his right. Same move all the time. A fighter like Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence, these are 147 pounders, will knock his block off. And we're not going to talk about Jermell Charlo. Now, you can say what you want about the Charlos. They are great fighters. They are great champions. It's just that people don't want to fight them because people know the outcome of the fight. Now, ain't nobody going to pay another opponent $10 million just to fight a Charlo. So they have to fight and stay active any way they can. So that's what they're doing with Tony Harris. So I don't want to hear that bullshit, Oscar, because you cannot call the kettle black. No, you cannot. See, I'm going to tell you something. Goodfellas Sports TV, he had it correct when he's talking about Oscar De La Hoya. And I agree with him. Oscar's right. Most of these fighters, not only the Charlos, you have a lot of fighters. You know, legacy. I might even live to see my fucking legacy. So therefore, I'm going to take the money now and run. Just like a lottery winner. People say, oh, well, I'm going to get paid over 20 years. Bullshit. Take all you can, pay the taxes, and get the fuck up out of Dodge. Just like here. Just like Michigan. State going broke. You think they're going to pay you a lottery? No. No. A young lady got killed by the police officer here. We all remember that case. She had a cell phone, not a gun. And they shot and killed her. And the police turned on the other policeman. Blue line went weak then. Then the city owed the family X millions of dollars. Then they stopped the payments because they said they couldn't afford it. Well, a judge said, no, you better find the money and pay them. So now they start getting their regular payments. So, Tony Harris, do what you do, brother. Now, the outcome of the fight, Well, I kind of lean towards Charlo on that. Because Charlo, he's a big guy, and he's a great fighter. Him and his brother, who will be will be fighting on the same card. He will be fighting Willie Monroe. Now, Willie Monroe, he's a great fighter too. He fought Triple G. Now, I'm not going to say that's because of money or whatever. Like I say, it doesn't matter. He stepped up. Canelo can't step up unless he's putting that shit up in his body. That's why. And Oscar, how can you talk? You ain't shit. You got a lapdog named Bernard Hopkins who's cooning and buffooning all day long. And neither one of you all like Floyd Mayweather. Why? Because Floyd Mayweather, first of all, beat your ass. And second of all, made more money than you or your whole family can make in Mexico. So now, you mad? And you stay mad. See, Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather are like father and son. So therefore, Oscar, he don't have nobody but Bernard Hopkins. And Bernard Hopkins think he's educated, but he's not. He's a washed up Philadelphia fighter who doesn't have no good form. I never did like Bernard Hopkins. Only thing about Bernard Hopkins, he lasted a long time in the game. Not like Floyd Mayweather want to come back for the money. He just couldn't give it up. So every time somebody interviewed him, he always try to use big words and can't even spell them. So I'm not holding back. I told you this is KQKC boxing. And I don't care if they don't like it. They pretty much can kiss my ass. Because, hey, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya calling the Kettle black? Please. And I mean that figuratively. Because he wouldn't be hating so much on PBC if Al Heyman wasn't black. You know it and I know it. So you can leave all the comments you want. Facts are facts. Might as well get used to it. Because this is the type of life we live in. And this is the type of world we live in. And this is the type of country we live in, as long as we have 45 as our president. Because he's saying things that the country ignorant white folks want to say. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to put it in plain terms. Sure, I might lose some subscribers. Maybe not. Maybe I gain some. Because I'm brutally honest. That's what's wrong with a lot of channels now. They're not honest. They try to tell the fighters what they want to hear. Sure, I would love to have an interview, but I'm not going to kiss your ass to get one. Sure, I would love to have an interview. I would love to ask you questions, but you might not like them. Because I'm not going to sit here and ask what you had for dinner. I'm not going to ask you how you get them abs or nothing. I'm going to say, why you ducking? Like Sean Porter. Ooh, I wish I could interview his ass. Why did you say one thing in the ring, and as soon as you step out the ropes, you say another thing? Why are you running? Where have you been? Why you haven't done no interviews? Same with his father. Why you got your son under contract? You don't trust him? You scared he gonna kick you to the curb and get a real trainer? See, all those questions should be asked. And I'm not talking about just one fighter. On both sides. And we ain't gonna talk about Eddie Hearn. He think he's doing spectacular. In the UK, they fall for it every trip. He's not doing shit. All his fighters are has-beens. All his fighters are B-level fighters. Facts are facts. And that card he put on last time, just because you have 100 fights doesn't mean that it's good. That means you watching 100 bombs fight for $10. When you can watch PBC champions, and you can watch great fights free, and you have to be there falling asleep. So it is what it is. I'm sorry, PBC is leading the promotional companies of champions, because we know that he got the 147 tied up. We know he has the most champions, the super champions. Let me clarify that. Because what Demetrius Andre won, he knew for a fact that now he don't have to face the Charlos unless they come over to the zone. And you know what? I would love to see that shit. His face would drop if they made a one-fight deal, just like Clarissa Shields doing. Clarissa Shields, she's coming back to Showtime. I guarantee you that. If she's loyal. But she's from Michigan. Hop, skip, and jump away from where I live. My mother's side of the family lives in Michigan. On Sunset, wherever that is, around there somewhere. But anyway, the facts is the facts, and I'm going to tell them. So, as I mentioned, Oscar De La Hoya has sent out an email yesterday, actually, referring to the PBC fighters as cherry pickers, when he is the #1 cherry picker. Yes, he is. He's cherry picking his fighter not to lose. That shows you that he don't even have faith in his own fighter. Put him up against the best. And that goes for all fighters. But he know that he crawled in a hole with the rest of the no-hearted promoters. Him and Eddie Hearn make a great pair. Eddie Hearn is thirsty for money. Oscar De La Hoya needs Eddie Hearn because Golden Boy was going down the drain because ESPN kicked his ass off because he was fucking up. He didn't have no good fighters. Matter of fact, he don't have no fighters. All you have is Canelo. And he don't give a shit about Canelo. And don't be fooled. Canelo speaks English. He just does that for the Hispanic community. So, don't give me that shit. If you watch him, and watch him at fights and everything, he understands perfectly what's going on. So, with that, that's all I got for you this evening. I've been pretty busy today. I usually put out 3. But today I've been kind of busy, and I apologize. And again, I'm KQKC Boxing. If you like what you hear, hit that like button. Because KQKC going to keep it real. That's right. And I need your subscription. I'm a new channel. And if you sub to me, you hit the icon bell. And when you get through, you get notified each and every time I do a live stream or a video like this one. And also, if you feel in your heart that you would like to support this cause that's near and dear to me and my family, you can make a donation to keep this channel running also. And it will be, the link will be in the description box, along with my email, my Twitter account. So, with that, that's all I have for you. And like always, I'm not new to this boxing shit. I'm true to this boxing shit. And that's all I have. And I want everybody to have a great motherfucking night. Peace.